Hello, my people. Good to be back here again. Guess what? It is breaking news. I'm right here. You would not believe what happened to the Nddc chairman while he was being probed. And, on the stage, something really terrible happened to him while they were performing his hearing today. There have been cases of misappropriation of funds in the Nddc lately, and that has caused a hearing of his case in the last 4 days. And, the allegations and the interrogations have been on for the last 4 days. And you know what? There's been a lot of drama surrounding this hearing, because even the chairman of the House Committee on the Niger Delta Development Commission, Honorable Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, has stepped down from the panel. He has also rescued himself from heading the investigative probe on Monday during the hearing to probe the alleged 40 billion naira spent on the commission. He resigned at 11:37 a.m. on Monday at hearing room 231, House Wing of the National Assembly, after a 4-minute speech where he said he was ready to face the anti-corruption agencies for allegations of corruption. Meanwhile, the vice chairman of the committee, Honorable Thomas Eriye-Tobi, has now been appointed as the acting chairman of the committee, as he's now presiding over the hearing. And last week, the acting managing director of the Nddc, Professor Kekeme Bradukumo Ponde, and his team had worked out on the House Committee on Nddc investigating the mismanagement. Ponde said the Nddc management walked out of the venue of the hearing after the commission accused the chairman of the committee of corruption. He added that as long as Tunji-Ojo remained the chairman of the committee, he and his team would not make any presentation. And guess what happened to him today while the hearing was going on? That I'll bring to you shortly. I'm very sure you're excited to want to hear that. But before then, please, if you haven't subscribed, please do, and also give this video a thumbs up. Yes, guys, this case has actually been on, it has been on for some time now, and President Muhammadu Buhari has decided to break his silence. So, concerning the saga playing out at the Niger Delta Development Commission, I know it was his senior special assistant to the president on media publicity, Garba Shehu, who says that the president is witnessing the unfolding drama, which includes attack and counter-attacks between and around persons, institutions, and the Niger Delta Development Commission, and has expressed a strong determination to get to the root of the problem, undermining the development of the Niger Delta and its people in spite of enormous national resources voted year after year for this singular purpose. Garba said the president has directed the auditing firms and investigative agencies working in collaboration with National Assembly committees to resolve the challenges in the Nddc, and must initiate actions in a time-bound manner and duly inform the presidency of the actions being taken. The president also directed timely sharing of information and knowledge in a way to speedily assist the administration to diagnose what had gone wrong in the past and what needs to be done to make correction in order to return the Nddc to its original mandate of making life better for people in the Niger Delta. President Buhari said the administration wants to bring about rapid, even and sustainable development to the region. The president gave firm assurance that his administration would put in place a transparent and accountable governance framework, not only in Nddc, but in all other institutions of government. The statement in part reads, the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, and the former managing director of the commission, Joy Nune, had been at loggerheads after she accused him of embezzling funds meant for the development of the region. The interim management committee of the commission has also been having hard times with the House of Representatives Committee investigating allegations of corruption in the commission. And while the hearing was going on today, Daniel Ponde actually slumped during Reps Committee interrogation. Yes, the acting managing director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Daniel Ponde, appeared to faint as the House of Representatives Committee on Nddc grilled him on Monday. The committee, in its 4th public hearing, has its investigates alleged financial misappropriation at the agency. Ponde had been grilled for over an hour, and when he slowly slumped over his desk, appearing to faint, once he was spotted, several people present at the hearing rushed to his aid. propping him up and attempting to stabilize him, but the proceedings halted. He then appeared to be in a seizure, with a man holding open his mouth as others held him upright. After he appeared to regain and lose composure intermittently, he was moved out of the session. The development led to a brief discussion after the next step to take, a move to have the session adjourned, was shouted before the deputy chairman of the committee called for a 30-minute recess. Lawmakers investigating corruption allegations in the Nddc had on Friday summoned Ponde and the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Godswill Akpabio, to appear before them today, Monday, as the country sought to understand how budgetary allocations to the agency had been spent. The controversy had strong allegations of corruption traded between the minister and the former MD of the Nddc, Joy Nune, who appeared before the lawmakers via Zoom on Friday. Yes, and you know that some terrible things actually happened last week, Thursday, when the hearing started. You would not believe. And if you can recall that the acting managing director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Nddc, Professor Kekeme Braidukumo, Daniel Ponde, and his team on Thursday walked out on legislators investigating the alleged 40 billion naira irregular expenditure in the commission. Ponde stormed out of the hearing on Thursday in Abuja after accusing the chairman of the committee, Rep. Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, APC Ondo, of corruption. However, Ponde returned to the National Assembly on Monday for the investigation to be continued, and while he was there, you know what happened to him already today. He slumped and, he began to have seizure while he slumped right there on stage. This is a serious case of allegation, and of course, you know how this could take a huge turn in the life of anyone facing charges of allegations of corruptions, because it is really not easy for you to stand before people that you've actually presided over for some time, and all of a sudden you're standing before them, facing charges of corruptions and any other charges. But really, President Buhari is actually doing well in this area of corruption fight, because it seems those at the very top are actually crumbling the economy of Nigeria with them, embezzling funds and doing all sorts of things with the money that is supposed to be an allocation for the Niger Delta, and even that of the EFCC and so many agencies in Nigeria. Some are suffering. Even there are so many states in Nigeria that the governors do not even care about the people. All they care about is to, fill their pockets and, take their children abroad and make sure their children are living well, and forget about the lives of the people that they are supposed to protect. And I think that is the major oath that they took, that they are to protect the lives and the property of the people. But immediately they get into office, they seem to forget about every other person and think only of themselves. Because if they're actually thinking of other persons, they wouldn't steal this much money that they are taking from the purse, from the people of Nigeria. Salaries are not being paid. Even private agencies are not working well, because some of the things that are supposed to be working for them are not working for them. And even government agencies, they are not even working. People go to work, but they don't do anything because the government is not taking responsibilities for the people. The hospitals, the school, they are all in a bad state because nobody cares. All they care about is to fill their pocket. Security votes is not even being paid to security men, so you see them on the road collecting bribe every day, making sure that people suffer for no just cause, which is not good. It is bad. It is crumbling Nigeria on a daily basis, and is making the security outfits in Nigeria to reduce its strength, because when they're supposed to get their pay, they are not being paid. Rather, they find other means to begin to take care of themselves, that is taken from the citizens that are not even being paid salary. Police to get to them and collect money from them. So how do you expect anyone to get to government and do properly well? Because they've actually suffered. Imagine a military man that has been killed, or maybe his friend or his brother, a family member has been killed, that has been in military, and such a person gets to a position. He will believe that nobody cared while his people were there. So why would he care? All these things are things that Nigerians will have to stop, and the government should critically, anyone that needs to be probed should be probed. And I believe that this Nddc director would still come back and face his charges, and let let the courts do what they are supposed to do at the end of the day. And I believe that Nigeria will be a better place for everyone. So let the law take its course. And we hope that at the end of the day, everything will be well and fine for Nigerians. So guys, that is it. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I hope you really enjoyed this report. And as things unfold, we'll bring them to you shortly. Just ensure that you tune to this channel because this is the best place to be. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.